Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on the Humble Bundle Summer GDQ Bundle of July 2025. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and have the opportunity to gain early access to videos buying a coffee through Buy Me a Coffee or Ko-Fi. Your support means the world to me, and I genuinely appreciate it. Anyway, let's get into this. And number 1 we have Finding Frankie, a parkour-based mascot horror game that blends fast-paced action, puzzles, and a darkly humorous game show setting. You step into Frankie's parkour palace after being lured by the promise of a $5 million prize. But you'll quickly learn this is less about winning cash and more about surviving terrifying mascots with murder on their minds. The game cleverly contrasts campy game show vibes with genuine horror, creating a chaotic, unsettling atmosphere. At its core, Finding Frankie is all about movement. You'll sprint, leap, wall run, and slide your way through obstacle courses inspired by Mirror's Edge. But here's the catch: the controls can feel clunky. Precise input often breaks the flow, which can be frustrating when seconds matter. Despite this, mastering the parkour is crucial to surviving both the environment and the killer mascots stalking you. Adding to the challenge are time-sensitive puzzles scattered throughout each level. You'll need quick reflexes and even quicker problem solving to navigate switches, traps, and hidden routes. Just be prepared. The puzzles sometimes halt your momentum entirely, which can get very annoying. With only around 2 hours of playtime, this is not a game for players craving deep narrative or lengthy campaigns. But if you're into speedruns or enjoy watching streamers fumble under pressure, Finding Frankie delivers chaotic fun in short bursts. It is quirky, tense, and made for adrenaline junkies or content creators. But if clunky controls and rush pacing frustrate you, this deadly game show may not be your scene. And number 2 we have Code Bunny, a 2D action platformer where you play as futuristic bunny mercenaries taking down a rogue team called Mad Bunny in a neon-lit cyber city. Inspired by Azure Striker Gunvolt, it offers tight gameplay, expressive characters, and a heartfelt indie charm that shines through. You get to choose between 2 protagonists, Axel, an ice-skating bunny boy with straightforward combat and invincibility tricks, and Hazel, a teleporting samurai bunny girl with a more technical, tag-based playstyle. Each offers unique story routes and gameplay variations, rewarding you for replaying the campaign with fresh perspectives, rather than recycled dialogue. Combat is snappy, with axe gauges, teleport strikes, counters, and momentum-based traversal, giving you plenty of options to style on enemies. The level designs are layered, letting you speedrun or take alternate routes, but there is not much reward for exploration outside mastering efficiency. The game is not punishing. You have unlimited retries from checkpoints, but you're scored on each stage based on damage, speed, and combos. Boss battles are flashy but rarely difficult, especially if you abuse invincibility mechanics, though later post-game challenges give you chances to improve. Dialogue between missions builds believable relationships, and Classic Mode removes story beats for purists who just want raw gameplay. The story is brief but memorable, and there's just enough heart to make you care. Code Bunny may be too easy for veterans, but its fun mechanics, lovable cast, and polished execution make it a standout indie gem worth your time. And number 3 we have Catlateral Remeowstered, a first-person destruction sandbox where you play as a cranky house cat left alone with one mission: trash everything in sight. There's no story, no puzzles, and no combat, just pure feline chaos as you leap across furniture, knock over books, break vases, and chase cat toys for points. You start in Goals mode, where each level has silly objectives like riding a Roomba or smashing family photos, all on a time limit tied to your cat's energy bar. As you progress, you level up your cat's speed, jump height, and swipe power, unlocking new rooms to wreck, from museums to supermarkets to Christmas-themed chaos. While early levels feel a bit samey, the later ones go gloriously off the rails. Procedural mode keeps things fresh by remixing objects and goals in each level, while sandbox mode removes time limits entirely, great for younger players or those who just want to mess around. Sure, some oblong objects are hard to identify, and jumping can feel clumsy until upgrades smooth things out. But those flaws do not ruin the core loop. What makes Catlateral Remeowstered work is that it knows exactly what you want, to be a tiny, furry wrecking ball. The joy of toppling shelves of fragile stuff never gets old, especially with Katamari-like energy and a family-friendly charm. If you've ever looked at a cat and wondered what it's like to be that chaotic gremlin, this is your chance. It is short, silly, and unapologetically fun. And number 4 we have Lenna's Inception, a satirical retro-styled action-adventure RPG inspired heavily by classic Zelda games. Except this time, the world is glitching, the chosen hero is dead, and you're a school teacher picking up the sword to save the day. You start off trying to help from a mute, dim-witted hero named Lance, only to watch him hilariously perish during the tutorial. From there, you step into the role of a reluctant protagonist, heading off to defeat glitchy archangels and restore reality. The tone is quirky and absurd, filled with weird items, unexpected effects, and offbeat humor that does not always land, but keeps things unpredictable. Combat is accessible, maybe even too easy, but you still get satisfaction from clearing dungeons, discovering items, and navigating the game's wild twists. You never know what a potion or tunic will do until you try it, adding surprise and chaos to even basic gameplay. While the story is simple, the satire gives it bite, and the bizarre item outcomes inject real fun. Outside the main quest, you can collect pets, complete a book hunt, or grind coins to uncover oddities from the merchant. Multiple endings, unique game modes like reflex mode or daily seeds, and even multiplayer add layers of replayability. You also get 2 visual styles to choose from, adding nostalgic flair and variety. While Lenna's Inception won't be for everyone, especially if you dislike satire, it offers a charmingly glitchy twist on familiar mechanics that keeps you guessing and laughing until the very end. And number 5 we have RollerCoaster Tycoon Deluxe, a classic isometric theme park management game where you create, expand, and control your own amusement empire. Starting with modest goals, you quickly find yourself immersed in crafting elaborate roller coasters, adjusting ride prices, hiring staff, and keeping guests happy, or intentionally miserable. With over 70 unique park scenarios on hundreds of rides and decorations, you're given complete creative freedom, whether you want to run a safe family-friendly park or launch thrill seekers into oblivion. You design each ride from scratch, or choose pre-built coasters, all with realistic physics and detailed stats like excitement, intensity, and nausea. Your guests have thoughts and needs. Ignoring them means lost profits or vomit-covered paths. You need to balance fun and function, placing benches near nauseating rides, building bathrooms, and even hiring entertainers to distract guests in long lines. And yes, you can drown them if you're feeling particularly evil. RollerCoaster Tycoon Deluxe includes both expansions, Corkscrew Follies and Loopy Landscapes, which introduce new rides, scenarios, and themes like Ice World and Martian landscapes. The charm of this game lies not just in designing coasters, but in the micromanagement, tweaking prices, researching new rides, and marketing your park to keep attendance booming. Despite its age, the game holds up surprisingly well with pixel-perfect visuals and addictive gameplay. While some clunkiness remains without OpenRCT2 enhancements, you'll still lose hours chasing the perfect park. Whether you're a returning fan or a newcomer, this game remains a timeless, endlessly replayable gem. And number 6 we have Lumina Rush, a fast-paced single-player 2D platformer built with speedrunners in mind. You're not just running and jumping, you're sliding, teleporting, swinging, and launching through obstacle-packed levels where shaving milliseconds matters. Every level challenges you to maintain momentum and push your reflexes to their limit. At first, you're just trying to survive, but once the mechanics click, wall jumps, double jumps, teleport tech, you'll find yourself slicing minutes off your time, chasing gold and platinum medals. The thrill is not in completing a level, but in mastering it. If you crave optimization, Lumina Rush becomes dangerously addictive. Leaderboards are front and center, motivating you to replay levels for better routes. You can race your ghost, compare performance globally, or compete in a satisfying versus mode that pits you against others in real time. Mistakes are on you, but instant resets make each attempt frictionless. A built-in level editor extends the game's lifespan considerably. You can create and share your stages or tackle community-made challenges, each of its own leaderboard. Collectibles and unlockable cosmetics give you reasons to replay beyond just getting faster. The visuals are clean and bright, and the synth-heavy soundtrack keeps your adrenaline high without overstaying its welcome. Best of all, the gameplay is tight. Every movement feels precise, and the difficulty curve respects your time while rewarding mastery. If you've ever lost hours to Super Meat Boy or Celeste, Lumina Rush will hook you. It is smooth, stylish, and endlessly replayable. A must-play for speed demons. At number 7 we have Astra and the new Constellation, a charming retro-style precision platformer built entirely in the Pico 8 fantasy console. You play as Astra, a tiny star with big dreams, as she glides, jumps, and slides her way through space to form her own constellation. You'll explore 15 handcrafted levels spread across different planets, each packed with clever platforming challenges and rewarding stardust collection. The controls are tight and responsive, giving you freedom to experiment with momentum-based movement while still demanding precision. While the levels can be tricky, they never feel unfair, and with Cozy Mode, you can dial down the hazards if you're in the mood for a more relaxed run. The visuals are adorable, using a classic pixel art style that shines with Pico 8's limitations. The music is upbeat and spacey, though you might want to mute it after a while depending on your taste. Accessibility options and simple menus make the experience user-friendly across all skill levels. If you love speedrunning, you're in luck. The game includes full support with loadless timers and PB tracking, plus expressive movement that rewards optimization. There's even a sense of story, light but sweet. Astra's journey from bullied starlet to Constellation Architect adds a little heart to the challenge. Although short, which you can finish in about an hour, the speedrun potential and stardust collecting encourage repeat runs. Astra and the new Constellation is a bite-sized platforming gem, precise, polished, and packed with personality. A small game that shines brightly. At number 8 we have Red Alliance, a single-player action thriller FPS set in the dystopian Eastern European state under the grip of a mind-controlling scientist. You play as a rebel fighting to end his regime, navigating a mix of horror, stealth, and explosive gunplay. If you enjoy early 2000s shooters like Half-Life, you'll feel right at home. The game blends atmospheric storytelling, varied environments from snowy mountains to underground labs, and tight level pacing. Each chapter shifts tone, keeping you engaged as you uncover the secrets behind the regime and its brutal experiments. Combat is serviceable but intense. Enemy AI is not the smartest, but they hit hard and fast, often forcing you into defensive tactics. You'll find plenty of weapons and hidden stashes, making exploration genuinely rewarding. Stealth is viable and sometimes essential. Sneaking unlocks extra dialogue and lets you preserve health and ammo for tougher sections. The horror elements don't hit immediately, but when they arrive, they add a dark twist. Don't expect AAA polish. Voice acting can be rough, animation stiff, and visuals are clearly indie, but you'll find charm in the jank if you embrace the B-movie vibe. Expect around 4 to 6 hours of gameplay, depending on your approach. Quick save helps bypass some frustrating difficulty spikes, especially in later missions. If you like Eurojank shooters with heart and are not afraid of some rough edges, Red Alliance is a hidden gem worth the budget price in the bundle. It is flawed but ambitious, and oddly unforgettable. At number 9 we have MainFrames, a retro-styled 2D puzzle platformer where you play as Floppy, a sentient disk navigating a malfunctioning computer network. From the opening screen, you're launched into a quirky digital world filled with CRT monitor glow, chiptune nostalgia, and smart platforming design. At first you'll think this is a typical platformer. Jumping, spinning, wall sticking, but MainFrames quickly introduces clever mechanics. Floppy can activate icons, like executable files to trigger actions, alter environments, and send you flying in unexpected directions. What really makes this game unique are the frames. Interactive windows within the UI that you can move, resize, or manipulate to continue progressing. You will not just control Floppy, you'll control the layout of the digital world itself. Level design is packed with surprises. Whether you're guiding floating demons through mazes, or spinning next to moody processors who judge your skills, the puzzles keep evolving in creative, satisfying ways. Some late-game difficulty spikes may test your patience, especially in checkpoint scarce segments, but the generous respawn system takes the sting out. The presentation is top tier. Everything, from visual glitches and reflections to humorous background processes, immerses you in a nostalgic OS brought to life. Sound effects fit the retro vibe, and the chip music blends seamlessly into the experience, even if it doesn't always stand out. MainFrames combines old-school charm with inventive gameplay. If you love puzzle platformers with a twist and a big heart, this is one you'll want to boot up and explore window by window. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle feels like a loot drop you open out of curiosity. Half the stuff is jank, a few are uncut gems, and the rest, well, they make you raise an eyebrow and go, huh? Sure, Red Alliance wreaks asset flip, but you've also got weird curios like Lenna's Inception and MainFrames sneaking in with legit charm. It's not a killer bundle, but for GDQ fans or bundle goblins chasing speedrun oddities, there's fun to be had if you know what you're signing up for. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider unlocking early access to videos or buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.